Hello, hello. The title says 15 minutes with the life coach. And that's what it's going to be. Because rightfully so, a lot of you have been texting me and it's like LC, we need to go live. I know it's not the appropriate time for a lot of everyone, but I have been. Oh, this phone ain't turning on. Oh, wow. Okay, turned off finally. I've been communicating with everyone through community or different websites letting you guys know that we planning to go live. For the one person that is logged in for the live, hi, how are you? It's my Isabella. Why didn't I know that? It's my Isabella. How are you, Isabella? Talk to me. I know I feel like I should have reached out and said, hey, how are you? But because we talk on a regular basis. You know, I got about 7 of you guys that one way or another we communicate. So, Isabella, what's going on with you? So I know I want to believe that you're not at work right now. Don't tell me you're at work at 10 o'clock at night, okay? Don't tell me that. But I'm here. I'm here for a moment. And we're going to go from there. So this is more of a message so that everyone can hear my voice and know that, yes, I am alive. And there's different things going on right now, as you know. And I think probably the most important thing I want to share with each of you. I know a lot of you are younger than me. I'm 54 now. Thank you. But I've been poor. I've been broke. And I've made a lot of money. And the only thing that matters to me as a priority right now is love. And I'm going to say it again. I've been poor. I've been broke. And I've made a lot of money. And the highest priority to me is love. Don't mean that money doesn't matter. But I want everybody to know, as my constituents, that it's impossible for me to get involved with anyone if it's not about love. It's kind of frustrating to some degree because I'm no longer a part of a narrative that I cherished before. I was a dude all about making money and going out and paying for dinners but I want this congregation to know your life coach has been changed by an intimacy relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. Right now, I'm able to make about $144,000 a year. I saw my first check combined with the other things I do to make money. I was like, wow. But I'm not an employee. So I'm not crazy. I know it's not me, but it's like, damn, like, man, these people paying me over $10,000 a month. I saw that check without taxes. I'm like, damn. And still my mind is on love. It's not on money. And Isabella, that's because I have evolved for me. Because what God has done inside of me is like, I'm not horny. I'm not needing to be with a woman. And so, a lot of times a man is trying to go get money because he's trying to have possessions. He's trying to attract the woman that he wants to be with. Well, at 54, I'm not at 54, just I'm not that guy. I want Joshua and Caleb to have everything in my grandkids, but I've been celibate for 4 years. So me making 144, this is $144,000 with everything with my job and with my teaching and with making deliveries. I added up, it's like 144,000. Like, man, I always tell everybody you're not even ready to be a man until you're making at least $100,000 a year. I tell everybody that. I teach men that. And I saw my first paycheck. It didn't make me want to go out and date. I don't care. And so, as your life coach, it is important to me that I be honest with you. Before I preach to you the gospel, it's important. Every last person who's definitely a member, like Isabella has that star by her name, you mean the most to me. And I always want to preach honesty of who I am and where I am as a person, as a human being. You know, I gave my sons, you know, a little extra money than before because I had it to give. Because they like to buy snacks after school and stuff like, and took them shopping and stuff. And like, I haven't really been able to do these type of things because I've had to be very disciplined. I was like, oh, okay, but it's not me. It's not me anymore. I used to give their. I remember this about their mom. I had these credit cards, and I had like hundreds of thousands of dollars of points on these credit cards. And their mom could fly anywhere she wanted to. She can go to Egypt. She can go to Europe, whatever. And she could use the points to book tickets and then use another one of our credit cards to do whatever she wanted to do. And I didn't care. I just didn't want to be a part of it because I was so obsessed with money. I was like, whoa, yo, like, why don't you just go and go have fun? You know, book the trip on the points and go have fun. My life has never consisted of being about money, and I didn't accept that reality. Okay. All right. And even now, I've sold a couple of properties, made a little money, and so forth and so on. But my life is not about money. And I know how to go out and I know how to go out and make money. I always have been able to. But something has definitely shifted, family. I'm having fun at the job. I like the company that I'm working with. They made me an unbelievable offer that only a fool would refuse. So we got money, extra money coming in. But I want to let you know in this 15, it's like we're at 8 minutes right now. I love Elohim so much now. I don't even know what to do. I love God more than I love money. I love God more than I love any relationship with anybody except the challenge of my boys and my children. And I am beginning to love God more than I love my children because He is so merciful and He's been so kind to me. And He has stuck beside me when everybody else just did whatever they wanted to do. So this broadcast is about me coming here live and I'm talking to you raw from my heart and let you hear my voice because I believe it or not, I do have subscribers that simply say, I need to hear your voice. I don't care what you're saying. I just need to hear your voice. I heard you. I'm here. I heard you. We are going through this thing called life together. That's what we're doing. You love me and I love you. And we're going through this thing called life together. There's ups and downs in this life. We are both going through learning from things that have hurt us. Do you know that's more than likely why you and I are connected? You and I are connected is we're connected more than likely because you've made some mistakes that caused you a lot of pain, and I've made the same mistakes. I just learned from them sooner than you did, and you just needed a big brother or a friend or a preacher or a pastor to let you know you're not alone, or in this case, a life coach. I'm no better than you. I just went through it before you. And the majority of my audience are people between the ages of 25 and 35. That's a fact. It's young adults trying to find their way through life. They either got a crush on God or they love God and they try to figure it out. And I'm one of those people whom the Lord has allowed me to have an intimate relationship with him. I got so many revelations to share with you guys. I just can't share with you now. I came here to pour out my heart to you because one of the things I asked the Lord in my ministry 15 years ago, let me always be honest with the members of the congregation. Please give me a heart of honesty. Don't allow don't allow me to put them in a position to guess who I am. They may not believe what I say, but at least allow me to be honest with them at all times of where I am at. I just personally think this is one of the um, shortcomings of ministers of the gospel. They're so busy trying to keep face, they don't take a moment to talk to their congregation and say, "This is where I'm at in life. Here's where I'm at. I'm making good money. I would prefer to make $140,000 a year working for myself. This company keeps bending over to let me know how much they appreciate me." I mean, when I say bending over, I mean like literally. They're very successful and they own a lot of bars in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. They spot talent quickly and literally just said, "Come join us." I don't know what's going on with the chat. The chat keeps getting disconnected and reconnected. So if some of you are texting right now on the chat, it's not your fault. It keeps connecting and disconnecting. And I know a lot of you might be trying to contact me right now. And it's this try to text. So if anybody want to test out right now, I just refreshed it. If you were trying to comment in the text section, please try again now. It just kept going in and out. But Elsie just on here talking to you because at least five of you have told me when you going. Five of you asked, when are you going live? But at least one of you just broke my heart, touched my heart when you said, "I just need to hear your voice." And I was like, "You can call me." And that person was like, "Yeah, but I would like for you to go live. I need to hear your voice. Just let me hear your voice and I will have my peace." And guys, that just messed me up. Like, that just messed me up. I'm like, I got this going on, that going on. And the person was not trying to pry. They just simply said, I need to hear your voice. And they were actually speaking for the community and said, it ain't just me, but I'm the only one that's expressed it in a way that I hope you understand that you need to go live because you have a congregation. You have people who await for you to speak to us. And so that's the premise behind this live. Not gonna be long. It's already been 15 minutes. I'll probably be on here, another 3 minutes max. And maybe I need to retitle this broadcast to Speaking from My Heart, just trying to catch you up on, where I'm at. This job started, and I told you guys, it started as a consulting. I was consulting for them. And I did such a great job of consulting for them and helping them to navigate through jurisdictional Boynton Beach policies to get their company up and running that I was just asked or offered, please consider joining us, and this is what we can pay you. We don't want it to be an insult to you, but this is what we can pay you. It was just like someone was like, we believe you're worth this and XYZ. So that's my refrigerator behind me that's acting up. Give me a second. Oh. So I have a refrigerator on the first floor and the second floor for drinks and beverages and things of that nature. So last night, just want to talk to you. Last night, Caleb was working on homework at 9:15 p.m. So I'm home. And I said, let's go upstairs and go to sleep. And Caleb said, Daddy, I still have homework. I said, okay. I said, I'm going to lay down on the couch. And when you finish, then we'll go upstairs and go to sleep. Just to explain to you the intimacy between me and my boys. Both of my boys have always slept with me. After about the age of 12, 13, Joshua doesn't want to sleep with his dad anymore. Caleb does. Um, they told me I got on the couch and I laid down and they said, Daddy, you passed out. I said, oh. I said, because it wasn't until 4 o'clock in the morning that I woke up and realized that I was on the couch. So I'm going to talk to you about that. So if I pass out, that means I'm so tired, I don't know where I'm at. And guess who was laying beside me on the floor? Caleb. I'm just trying to let you know that is better than being with any woman in the world. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the person that realizes that I passed out because I was so tired, and he knew I was telling him, let's go upstairs and get in our tent and go to bed. It was Caleb, my 13-year-old. And he said, my daddy is so tired, he went to sleep. I'm going to lay right here beside him. At 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm telling you, there's nothing better than that love. I was looking out for him or trying to when I went to sleep. And then he started looking out for me. Joshua didn't care. Went upstairs and got in the big king size bed and went to sleep. Okay. So someone's trying to text me right now, guys. I can't see any of your comments right now. The computer is showing disconnected, then reconnected. If someone could um try to send me a message right now, because I'm not able to interact with you because the computer's acting crazy. But I'm telling you guys what's going on in my life. So the boys are with their mom for the next 3-4 days, and but I've been going so hard, working 12, 14-hour days, and they support me. They support me. And I try to make fun videos. I put them on YouTube and everything. I'm calling myself the restaurant guy. But it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress because I'm good at what I do. No doubt about it. There's nothing that the company can throw at me that I can't handle. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm good at what I do. But at the same time, I just realized I'm getting paid a lot of money, but I'm not about money. I truly and genuinely love my master. I do. I love him. I love Elohim so much. I love him so much, family. And I hope you take that away from me. I love him. He is so much bigger than finances and ego and pride and what you drive and where you live. I've experienced the creator of the universes firsthand. I just told you it made me happy. I passed out. I was waiting for Caleb to finish his homework. I said, okay, guys, I'm going to lay on the couch. And I asked him this morning, I said, when was the last time you saw your dad? He said, Dad, you haven't passed out in 2-3 years. They said, Dad, we saw you. You laid on the couch and said, I'm waiting for Caleb to finish his homework to be a responsible dad in case he asked me for help. And next thing I knew, I was passed out because I had been up since 5 o'clock that morning and was trying to go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock that night. So you guys are texting me right now. It's not working. You guys are trying to text me right now. So unless you text me on Instagram or on my phone, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting any of your chats right now. So I can see you guys are trying to text me, but it's not working. Yeah, and I know we're having an intimate conversation right now. So I just put it on top chat. If you want to try it again. But I'm just talking to you. I want everyone to know I love you. And I thank the person who did contact me and literally just check me in a loving way and let me know that this ministry is important to them. And someone just simply said to me, I need to hear your voice over YouTube. And I was like telling the person, you got my number. You just call me. And it was like, no, they weren't just thinking about themselves. They were thinking about anybody else that was feeling the way that they felt. It just really just, I'm serious. It just broke a gangster down. If I was a gangster, the person, they don't hear right now, but they don't just broke me down. Like, okay. I'm communicating. I'm telling y'all, I'm working this job, and the person's like, "No, man, I love you, and you didn't understand what you mean to me." I'm like, okay, okay, because y'all didn't understand. I am just a student learning how to love over the last 2-3 years. God's love, empathy, listening, understanding. All these are attributes of the Most High. Long suffering, patience. Yeah, I'm still learning these things from my environment and where I come from. And the man that God has made me to be. So all is well from that standpoint. But to the 2 or 3 people logged in, you're here for a reason. And you're here because you love your life coach. You love me. I know it now. I know it. You love me. And you feel like I am a blessing to your life. The people that are on here right now, I'm talking directly to you. I don't want to take your love for granted. And I told you, God told me a couple of years ago, is that my ministry is not for the masses. It's for that 1%. If one of your subscribers log in and I give you a word, somebody's trying to text me right now. I'm just trying to let you know. You're trying to text me on this live and I don't see it because it keeps telling me chat is disconnected. Please wait while you reconnect, then it reconnects. So I want you to know I'm not seeing anything that you're texting. I'm going to look on my iPhone because if you go to Instagram, text me on Instagram if you're trying to say something to me, because I want you to know that I can see that a lot of you are trying to respond to me in different ways, but I'm not getting the message for whatever reason. So I don't know if that's how YouTube punishes you or what, but a couple people are trying to send text messages in the group fashion. I just want y'all to know I am not getting the messages. It just keeps saying every time you try to send a message, it says that it's disconnected. I just want you to know that, okay? I am not getting any of the messages that you're sending right now. And it's a very intimate conversation. So I imagine some of you are sharing things that you really want me to know right now. But I'm just letting you know that's not what's happening on this end. Okay. So I think I told y'all about everything, right? And I passed out last night. And went to sleep because I am working basically 3 jobs now to get to that 140,000. So it's funny. It's funny. This was easy for me 20 years ago. It's not easy for me now. And I want to remind you for the 4th time, I don't care anything about money, but I'm being reminded of the person I was. I go get money. I'm like, that's right. Go get the 80,000 over here. Go get the 25,000 over here. Go get the other 20,000 over here. I'm like, that's right. That's what I do. I'm a hustler. I go get money. But even one of my exes told me this. She said, all that money you used to make, and she would observe and say, you never spent any of that money on yourself. I don't know if she realizes she was telling me that you're cursed, Israel. You're cursed. You can pay for a nice hotel for us, a nice cars, but you never, when you was making $300,000-$400,000 a year, you never spent any money on yourself. You was always just taking care of everybody. You're cursed. You got the gift to make money, but money is not important to you. And then it's like, but this American society says, if you want that particular woman, you need to make a certain amount of money. Well, that's what God delivered me from. Because right now, I don't want to be with 99% of the women walking the earth. And nothing wrong with them. It's just something different than me. There's nothing wrong with women. They're beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with them. It's just something different than me. I just love the Lord. I want to serve him. And I've said this before, I really enjoy living holy. I really do. It's become one of the most beautiful aspects of my life. I enjoy living a life of purity. I said this tonight to the Lord, and Father, strike me down if this is not what I said to you. I simply said, Lord, there are people that we love, that we want things to work out a certain way. But let it be Whoever you tell me to marry or to love and to be with for the rest of my life, I'll do it with no question, but just let me know it was you. But if you just say she's the one, let's say she's 350 pounds with no teeth in her mouth. I know a lot of you disagree with me. I just need to know it's you. Because I know you know me better than I know myself. And you know what's best for me better than I know myself. If that's your will, that's but right now, Father, I'm chilling. I don't have temptation. I don't have the opportunity to go do what everybody else is doing. I'm no longer a Christian. I'm no longer a religious person. That means that I'm not going to sit up here and quote the Bible with you and have sex with you 15 minutes later. We're not doing that. Once again, somebody's trying to type. I just want you guys to know I can't see it, guys. I can't see it. A lot of you guys are typing right now. I can't see it. I just want y'all to know. The only type I got was when Isabella said hello, family. Other than that, a lot of you are trying to type, and I can't see none of it. I just want you to know that. Because I know I'm talking to you from the heart, and you guys got things you want to share. I just want you to know I can't see it. Okay. But that's that. I'm going to go listen to some I'm introducing my sons to meditation music and the benefits. So I ask them questions and I quiz them on it. And I let them know the music that I listen to right now, guys, you guys don't care, but as you become older and you become more centered, you're gonna remember this even on your dad's deathbed. You're gonna remember this. The things and the practices that I did to stay centered. Right now, it doesn't make sense to you. You're 13 and 16. It doesn't make sense. It'll make sense to you when you start feeling pressure. Why does dad listen to that spiritual frequency music? Oh, he was managing pressure so that he could stay a loving father and a loving person to everybody. Because that music helps me to focus on the fruit of the spirit and to be the man of God that I'm called to be. And I'll tell everybody this too. I mean, we're in November of 2024. I haven't gotten mad at anybody but Joshua and Caleb. And I went 2-3 months without getting mad at anybody, Joshua and Caleb. And then last week, I've been mad at them 2-3 times. And I said, okay, Lord, I accept the lesson. The only thing that can trigger me is my sons. Nothing else triggers me. A person can steal from me, lie to me. I've already given every adult a pass. And that's the truth. Because I don't get mad when a person, I say, oh, okay, this is what it is. That's all I say. Oh, this is what it is. Or this is what, adults are they really are children. Kathy, can you hear me? Adults, they really are children. Will, I see your comment. Will's comments is the first one I saw. So if anybody else wanted to comment, go ahead. I know, Will, I'm here. You're one of the ones that let me know how much you miss me, and I appreciate it. Adults really are children, though, because adults have become professional. Okay, there's Isabella right there. Okay, now I'm seeing comments, guys. Adults really are professional liars. You learn how to manipulate, you learn how to lie, you learn how to bend the truth, you learn how to not be authentic and real. Okay, I got comments coming from everywhere now. Okay. I don't know what the hell happened, but now we're getting compliments everywhere. And somebody just hit me up on Instagram or something. I don't know. Power outage or what? I don't know, guys. But I'm here, guys, and a lot of you are going to need to replay this. But I came on here because you guys told me you need to hear my voice, and I'm here. Will, thank you for sowing that seed into the ministry, man. Well, you consistent on that too, Mister about to be married man with 2, 3 kids from your beautiful wife. I love the way God moves in your life. I really do. But one of the things I was saying was that, grown-ups are gonna lie. And if you can get to the point, I was training one of my assistant managers. We just had to let go. Well, he quit. I didn't let him go. He quit. I'm telling my supervisor in training, he got into an argument with another chef. And I was Isabella and Will. I was trying to help him to see it from a higher level. I says, he's jealous that you're my assistant. The owners are sitting right outside and y'all hollering and screaming, and you don't see the bigger picture. He's trying to bring you down in front of people of authority. He went, oh, see, yeah. I said, because he's a black man, but he doesn't have respect for other black men. He doesn't want to see you climb. So he's actually trying to start an argument with you to bring you down because you're my favorite. He's like, oh, Israel didn't see it that way. I said, yeah, I'll teach you the spirit realm, brother. I'll teach you the spirit realm. You guys are texting in and it's acting up again, just so you know. Try to text me right now. It keeps going in. I've never seen, matter of fact, I've never seen this before, where the chat is connected and disconnected. This has never happened to us before. So whatever's going on, that's what's going on. I've never seen that before. Never. Not that. How can we be live and internet connected but the chat going in and out? I don't know. But I'm here. I'm all about family. I'm all about love. And I'm all about Christ. Will, I got your text. It's because devil has the authority over air ways, but it's okay. He's only allowed to do so much. Thank you, Will. Thank you. But I'm here just to share with everyone. This is what it is, right? I think I told you this job came through consulting, just consulting for them, and then they expressed to me that they needed me. And after a couple of weeks, I can see, okay, yeah, nothing wrong with the general manager. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. He's just older, and his mind is not working the way it used to work, per se. But I got his back. I got his back. So, Will, are you ready to move to Houston? Your girl is probably already pregnant right now, right? Isabella, are you behaving? Because I know my Isabella will cut off a man in a minute. 1 minute Isabella said be kicking it, and the next minute she don't block him. So, but Isabella gonna always be at work, working hard. So I'm here, family. Having fun with you guys. I get to sleep in. My boys and I here. You stay at work, Isabella. I know you do. I know you stay at work, Isabella. So Will said I'm ready to move, but I'm still saving for the rain. I propose the baby coming for sure. Yeah, Will. I know you've been stroking now, Will. Yeah. You got to play with life coach. Life coach, know you've been stroking. And I'm happy for all of you guys. Yeah. Do you guys ever think about I've watched y'all grow up? I've really watched all of y'all grow up. Will said, laughing my butt off now. And I don't know if I ever shared this with you guys, but I'll share this with you now. There is a young lady. It's not the first young lady, but I don't know if y'all understand the magnitude of the ministry and how sometimes this ministry affects people. But I met a young lady from Michigan or Wisconsin, whatever it was. She's living in Palm Beach County right now, but she's not the first one. I'm not going to mention her name, but I hope she tells you. She said, I've been watching your video since I was like 13, 14 years old. And now she's about 26, 27. So you guys know I've been doing this since 2008. Young lady said she had a dream, and in that dream, God told her I was her husband. That young lady moved to Palm Beach County. I'm not lying to y'all. And contacted me and said, God said you my husband. I said, you moved all the way from Michigan to here? She said, because in a dream I was told you my husband. And I says, that might not be true, honey. And the whole nine, beautiful girl. I'm not lying to y'all. But it's not the first time it's happened to me. So I understand. She came, that was allowed to happen because God wanted me to understand the power of this ministry and the longevity of this ministry. Because I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of people that have been watching this ministry for 10, 15 years. And I forget some of these people start watching this ministry when they were 13, 14. And she told me, she said, my mom and dad are still together, but you are the one who raised me. I'm like, okay, I'm in trouble. She said, you raised me. Everything I know about God, I learned from you. Though my family was religious, but what I learned about God was from you. And that you are the man for me. And you guys will all be proud of me. And I told her, it's okay, honey. That's not true. You're 26, 27 years old. Because we met at Starbucks and had coffee together. And because she's like, I'm here and I'm here because I need to tell you that you're the one. I'm like, okay, Lord, I pray about it, God. So I'm gonna show you how to love her and walk her through it. She's here right now. She's a registered nurse. She makes great money. When I tell y'all this is the truth, she makes great money. She living out west. I haven't heard from her in over a year or two. She's a member of this congregation. I'm not exposing her. I'm just telling y'all the truth of the magnitude of this ministry. and the impact that God allows me to have in the lives of people who are looking for Him. I don't get it confused. People simply looking for God. They're not looking for me. And just those lines get crossed where a lot of times young men and young women they're looking for God, but men and women of God begin to use it to their advantage. And they begin to blur the line between people looking for God and them trying to take advantage. I don't take advantage of nobody. I'm not gay, I'm not down low, I'm not sexually active. I'm not trying to have sex with any woman at all, which makes me the perfect candidate to be a minister of the gospel in a profound way. Because I understand that 99% of the people who come into power, whether it be through their gifts or position, they corrupt the gospel. They corrupt their purpose. They're not bad people, but you put them in position and you gave them power, or they recognize their gift. The Bible says that your gift will make room for you. Nobody talks about whether that room for you is good or bad. You could be gifted to sing, gifted to prophesy, gifted to preach, and you can have access to all the ditty parties you want. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. I love him. And I can sincerely say I love the creator of this universe. You know, I asked God even this. I said, God, does it still work down there? I said, because I don't even have I don't even have a desire to masturbate. There's nothing that turns me on. I'm settled. All I want you to tell me is what's right for me and what's not. I have feelings for that person or this person or indifference. But if you just simply tell me this is what's right for you, you know me. I'll pursue it and I'll make it happen. But I'm too old now or too wise in the faith to just simply get involved with anybody and say, oh, this is just life. No, I understand that the majority of us who have mental problems is because we messed up the love of our life, or two, we thought we could move on from a relationship that we're still attached to be with somebody else. And that's why a lot of people sick. Because people outside of the kingdom don't understand the power of sin. And that's what I'm going to leave you at, because I'm closing. Because I just feel so beautiful. When you discover the power of sin, I promise you're going to change your life. When you understand that, okay, we're just living in this American society, and if I want to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I want to have sex. Oh, it's nothing. We dated and we broke up. That's not true. Look at your life right now. Whoever the last person you spoke with and y'all broke up with, you're still going through emotional problems right now because of it. You know why? Because it was built on sin. It was built on sin. It was not built on the principles of the Most High. And that's why you can't get it together. Nothing was approved by God what you're doing. You're like, man, why am I going through all of this? And you always are going to be able to trace it back to sin. Well, life goes, well, what about two people get married and it doesn't work out? No. It's not about the marriage, the license to have sex. It's once again, it's about why did they get married? Why did they get together? Sin is still pride and ego, or I'm going to have sex with you because you make great money. Or I'm going to have sex with you because you got a great body. Still sin. The Bible says in the book of James,
You ask, but you ask amiss. That's what asking amiss is. I am asking God for a husband simply because he made good money. I'm asking God for a wife simply because she's fine. And God doesn't bless it and it doesn't work out, and you end up on a podcast airing each other out because nobody wants to see the power of sin. If you catching it, put a thumbs up. I might stay here another 10 minutes because I am a child of the kingdom. I'm walking in an anointing that's second to none. Oh, he's so fine. That's why I want to get with him. That's not God. That's your flesh. And then when you get involved with him and you have a baby or two from here, and then he hates you, and then you pray to God and asking God to help you. Why didn't God himself step in? Because he'll take you back to the foundation. That was based on sin. That was based on the works of the flesh. You remember? You liked him because he was fine. Or because he had good money. Or because she had pretty breasts. She had pretty eyes. None of what you did was based upon my approval or your ability to even accept me telling you this is not what's right for you. But you wanted me to fix it. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with this, and I'm logging off. So for anybody who doesn't believe what I'm saying, I'm just gonna log off with this. You can talk about how loving God is all you want to, and He is. Because I love the way religious people, God's my father, that's my daddy. I love him so much. That's beautiful. But let me remind you, God cannot go against himself. He can never go against the words that he has uttered out of his mouth. And the last time I checked, God said, when sin has conceived, it brings forth death. That should make everybody put a thumbs up and say, okay, LC, we've had enough for the night. There are people who got cancer that have died at the age of 45, 50 years old because you love them so much you can't see the sin in their life. Don't make me talk about my own family. Don't make me talk about my own sister that's getting ready to die in 30, 60 days. I got a sister that I prophesied 2 years ago, and only my ex-fiance can tell you. I told her 2 years ago that she was going to die. I got a call on Sunday. She been diagnosed with terminal cancer. My sister's very unforgiving, unloving. She's unable to forgive and unable to love. Very, very, very unforgiving. I love her. But she'll be dead before the end of this year. I got the call from the hospital. And only my ex-fiance can tell you, I told her 2 years ago, I says, God told me that she getting ready to die. Yeah, Isabella. And my sister loved me to death, and I love her to death. And I love all of my sister's children to death. But Isabella, hear me out. When you start walking in the kingdom, you begin to separate sin from love. A lot of people are sick in their body because they have so much unforgiveness in them and so much hatred in them. And you begin to understand this Bible is true. Now watch this, Isabella. It really becomes true when you start looking at the people you love the most. So if you look at your mama and your daddy and your sisters and your cousins and say, this is happening to you because of sin, I promise you they're going to hate you. But your eyes are open. So for me as a prophet of God, God demands that look inside of your own family, look inside of your own life. And if you can see the truth there, then you have the power to prophetically speak to everybody else. Baby, you having all these emotional problems because of sin. What do you mean? I'm going to CVS and pick up a pill. No. The reason why you bipolar and going through emotional problems is because all the men you effed, all the men you screwed, all the side dudes you were messing with, all the side women you were messing with, it don't mess with you mentally, because the Bible clearly lets us know that once sin has conceived, it brings forth death. Okay, so the carnal mind says death is always physical, but as a kingdom man, I know that's not true. You can die spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically before you die physically. You know what it means to die psychologically and emotionally? I'm talking to my ladies. That means that man is a trick now. He's a trick. I told my ex-fiance this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Whenever I hear a woman saying I need a man, you know she's already burnt. You know she's no good. Well, men need to do this, and I need a man. Well, you speaking as about men in general. That means that you become desensitized to paying attention to the man that God has for you, because you've grouped all men into a category. Go to Instagram. So when you hear a woman saying a man need to do this and a man need, she's already burnt. She ain't no good. She's already been used up, because now a man needs to fit into a box. Same thing. When a woman says women do this and women do that, he's burnt. He ain't no good. He's not a part of the kingdom, because God will teach you how to focus on the man or woman that he has for you. Think about it. Because other than that, you can't love them the way that God wants you to love them. You cannot love a woman the way that God wants you to love her if you believe that all women are hoes. Well, a woman need to cook dinner for me and a woman do that. Maybe that's not her strength, but her strength is what you need. So whenever I get around men and women and I hear them, I just listen. I love to listen. Well, a man is measured off of his sexuality and his ability to make money. That's a hoe talking. That's not a woman of God talking. That's a hoe talking. When you get around a woman of God, she understands, what is my assignment in this man's life? What is my assignment in this woman's life? Yeah, there's some things messed up about her, but God will teach you how to love her the way she needs to be loved, for her to be healed, so that y'all can produce a great family. While you listen to your Gentile friends saying, man, I wouldn't put up with that from her. And I wouldn't. Now, God has anointed me to love this woman. I know she was, not telling them my wife was abused by her cousins, and her dad and her uncle. So I understand that aggression is coming from her, but I have the anointing to deal with that. That's what nobody's understanding. But when men are trying to tell you, well, she need to do this and she need to do that, have you ever considered, everybody, that you're the person that's anointed to be with that person? Have you ever thought about that? You would never know that unless you get birthed in the kingdom and have an intimate relationship with God. Other than that, you'll listen to your mama and your friends tell you how to treat your partner, instead of you tapping into, am I anointed to deal with this man or to deal with this woman? Do I have enough empathy and understanding of the person I fell in love with and what they need from me and what I need from them? Okay, guys, this is the Life Coach. I'm logging off. I'm going to give you 30, 40 seconds to ask me any questions, and I'm going to log off. And XYZ. So if anybody wants to come to South Florida next week and come to the grand opening of the restaurant, come on through. You can stay at my house. I have a pretty nice size home. and you can come to the restaurant. And I know at least one person's going to jump on a plane. I already know who it is, but jump on a plane, come to the restaurant. We're opening up next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just come have a good time on LC. Only people with stars by their names, by the way. If you're not a member of this community, I'm not talking to you. So, Will, Falcon, Andy, Jordan, Isabella, if any of you guys want to come to the restaurant, you don't have to pay for room and board. I got a big enough house. Me and my sons will cater to you. Make sure you're great. Come to the restaurant, have a good time. I love you guys, and my house is always open to people who are committed to this ministry. So, with that being said, you know how to reach me. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. God bless you. Love you all. And I'll talk to you soon.